Marbles. Remember playing with marbles as a kid? Oh, I'm dating myself now. Are you losing your marbles? Oh, come on. Yeah, right. Am I the only one around here losing my marbles? I'm losing them every day, every week. In fact, I've lost many over the years, and I'm more concerned about the years ahead and the marbles I've got left. More on that a little later. Keep this number in mind, 780 marbles I've lost. Marbles. Hey folks, I am Joe Fermano, your host of the How to Use Your Life show every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and today's daily video blog. Are you losing your marbles? You bet you are. I'd say, hey, hold up, I'm going to make the case for that. You ever think about life expectancy, your lifespan, your average lifespan? Well, I did some research this week. Translation, that means I went on Google and I put in some information and it came right out. No, actually I dug a little deeper than that, but I found out, there you go, right here, it says it right there, life expectancy, that in Swaziland, I never heard of that, the average lifespan is only 32 years. In Japan, it's 81. But here in America, and in general, in the world today, men and women, the average lifespan is 78 years. Now, you know and I know there are a lot more people blessed living a lot longer, and I hope you embrace them. I hope you cherish their wisdom, and I hope that you respect those folks. People are living well into their 90s. We know that, but believe it or not, the average age is only 78 years old. Well, that got me thinking of a story a few years back. I remember listening to a guy on the radio who was a radio show host who was talking about someone who had called in, a young guy in his mid-30s, a young wife, 2 kids, and he was talking about working like 50, 60 hours a week. He had missed his daughter's dance recital, couldn't get to his son's baseball games, and yet, you know, he was working to make ends meet, but he just felt drained, and he knew something was missing. So the radio host let him talk, and when he was done, he said, you know what? He said, let me just tell you a story what I did. He said, it took me 55 years to realize how precious my days, my hours, my weeks, my months, my years are. He goes, and life can just pass you by. He said, so you know what I did? I thought about what could I do to put in front of me something physical that would remind me each week that another week has passed by in my life. And he said, you know, everybody has time on a Saturday. I don't care. You could make time, son, for your kids to do baseball, to take your daughter to a dance recital. You've got to make that time. He said, so here's what I did. And what he did was he told a story about marbles and how he came up with this calculation based on his age. Don't worry, you're not going to have to use a calculator here. I've done it for you. How he takes his age based on the life expectancy of 78 years old and subtracts and multiplies and comes up with this number and then keeps this jar of marbles around. And every week that goes by, he takes a marble out, representing the fact that another week has gone by. What am I doing with my precious time on earth? So here it is. Follow me. I hope you can appreciate this exercise, and maybe you will take this and use it as a gift to share it with others, okay? First of all, let's look at this. Check this out. This is good stuff. 78 years, okay? Remember that. The average, we know people live a lot longer, but for purposes of today, the actual average lifespan today is 78 years old, okay? Got that? All right. Here's what you do. You take your age, all right? You take your current age, subtract it from 78 years old. What I know everyone out there is 29 and looking fine right on time. I get that. Okay. But take your age and subtract it from 78 years, okay? Your average lifespan. Now, all you got to do is email me at joe@joefermano.com. All you got to do is go to my website, joefermano.com, send me an email, and I'll send you all this information so you can remember the calculation. But I want you to enjoy this. Just relax. Okay. With me, I've got 28 years left, okay? What you do is, my current age, 49, soon to be 50, okay? What you do is you take your age minus 78. So my age right now is about 50. 50 minus 78 is 28 years. You take the 28 years you got left from now till 78 and you times it by 52. Okay, you got that? 52. 52 weeks. That's what that represents. And then you come up with 1,000 456 marbles left. Got that? Let me show you the visual. There you go. Right here. If I put this together for you, in there, 1,456 marbles. Can you see that? That represents the time from today, at my age, till I'm 78. And every Saturday, I'm going to take one marble out of the jar and put it aside, because it's gone. And the more they go down, the more it hits me, the more visual it is as my time is passing by. Okay. I took it a step further. Let's suppose I had started this 15 years ago. I can't believe just how time flies, but let's suppose I started this when I was 35. I'm about to be 50. Let's suppose I started this when I was 35. So if I took back then, 15 years ago, or for those of you who are 35, minus 78. Again, the average life expectancy. You get 43. In other words, if you're 35, you've got 43 years until you are 78, okay? You do that, you got 43 years. Now, take the 43 years. This is just marvelous, isn't it? How's that song go? You're much too marvelous for words. Okay, anyway. You take the 43 years, say you're 35. Now, had I done this when I was 35, 43 years times 52 weeks would have given me 2,236 marbles. You getting that? Okay, let's just suppose I'm 35. All right? 2,236 Saturdays left till my average life expectancy of 78. What does that look like, Joe? I got it right here. I got mixed in the brown ones and the red ones because those days. Now look at the difference. Look at that. That would have been 15 years ago, my jar. This is what it is today. You can see the difference, boy, about 4 or 5 inches, okay? That would have been 15 years ago had I started out up here. Right there is the difference. Got it? Okay. Well, if you take that difference, 35 to 50, the last 15 years, I have used up, that's right, 780 marbles. 780 Saturdays. What does that look like? Right here. Nothing against this beautiful goldish brown color, but to me, it's the past. It's history. There's a lot of my life in there, folks. A lot of good memories, a lot of things I would have loved to have done over, a lot of things I would have done, I would have spent more time on, a lot of things between the ages of 35 and 40 I thought were important. I certainly don't think are important today. There's my life. There's my last 15 years. You get that? It's remarkable, isn't it? I think it's profound. So, maybe you too can go out, get yourself a container, get a bunch of marbles, take a look at this again. This is me starting out back at 35. Forget that. Here I am today. I have them mixed in with green because green to me just means go and more forward. This is my future from now till I'm 78. Okay, 1,200 and some odd, 1,456 Saturdays. You know what, folks? There is nothing like watching your time here on earth run out to help you get your priorities straight. And that's what this is about today. This is my last 15 years right here. So what are my next 15 years? What are my next 20 years? What are my next 28 years going to be like? And every week, I'm going to take a marble out and put that in a separate container. And as they go down, as they have over the last 15 years, it makes me cherish and realize and appreciate just how marvelous, wonderful, and spectacular life is. It's a grind every day. Everybody's going through something. I know. We all know it. We talk about it. We live with it. But really the choice is up to ours of how we want to handle it. And I just think this remarkable exercise of taking your average lifespan of, hey, you think you're going to live to 80 or 90? God bless you. Take 90. Take your current age. If you're currently 40, 40 from 90 is 50. You got 50 years. 50 years times 52 weeks, that's all your marbles right there. Every week, pull one out and cherish it. Everybody can find time at least once a week to spend it with those that you love. Isn't that marvelous? Just outstanding and marvelous. Well, this is Joe Fermano saying thank you for tuning in to today's Marvelous. Just wonderful. I like the green ones. The green ones mean go. It means I've got something to look forward to. The clear ones are up to me. I can make my mind up each day as to what I want to do. Go to joefermano.com, sign up for the daily dose and the video blog at joefermano.com. Thanks for tuning in today, folks. Make it a great day. It really is the only one you've got. Count your marbles. You're losing them.